So this is a tier list I'm going to be making. This is what I have to say about it. I'm gonna try to be as non-biased as I can. A lot of this list is probably going to surprise a lot of you, especially some of you I have beef with. I'm going to put the beef aside and be honest and blunt about what I think should be on what tier. There's even clans that are that I'm alliance with that are actually lower than the clans that I actually hate or don't like at all. And that should kind of make you guys understand how non-biased this is going to be. This is going to be a very extremely fair tier list for the clan community. Because almost every tier list I've seen, it's just been dick riding or, by personal biasness. I'm going by personal beliefs, by reputation, by what they've done, history, all that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. St. Healy clans. That is fucking D tier. If you would have asked me years ago, I probably would have put them at B tier. But even years ago, they were pretty cringe. But years ago, they had comp St. Healy clans that played BTB all day or 4v4s, and then they had the cringe roleplay clans. But nowadays so many, like I would say 80% of the MCC child predators or whatever are inside of St. Healy clans. So yeah, St. Healy goes to D tier, and they also do roleplay marriages. Like they even did it years ago. St. Healy are going to D tier. There's no higher than that. This next clan I'm going to be mentioning is an alliance of mine, Equestria Moonrises. I'll be putting them at C tier. The reason why is because they're a really nice clan. We're alliance with them. They've always had our back. They're loyal, but they're not really they're not really deep in the clan community per se, you know. But they are like a really well mannered. I would say like they're not toxic or anything. They're pretty active too. They're not that big, but they're decent enough. So like, they're like kind of like that average clan, but they definitely do act better than most clans I see, honestly. Because I'm gonna be fair with you. This tier list isn't that big. Like I'm adding some clans, but I think a lot of clans are in D tier. But I'm not gonna be adding all of those clans on D tier. I'm only adding maybe like three or four. So yeah, they will be going to C tier, and that's definitely still a good thing in my eyes. DGA, Dark Guardian Angels. So I'm gonna be putting them at C tier. The reason why I'm putting them at C tier is because yes, they are one of the oldest clans, like back in OG Reach. Like they were in OG Reach. I was a kid when I joined them. Yeah, they were a very old clan. They got really big, but the clan would keep disbanding and failing over at least 100 times. Like they never have been a very well structured clan. They've always had internal issues. I remember one time I hit private. I joined like 3 or 4 times. I hit private and then the clan disbanded. And this is when I was actually gonna take it serious and shit. DJ Grunt is a very bad leader in my eyes. Like he does not know how to lead a clan. He's already tried to revive the clan already this year already and failed again. Um but yeah, for that reason of, Grunt leading the clan to its failure, like DGA had so much potential, but DGA Grunt ruined it basically. That's why I'm putting DGA at C tier because of how many times it failed. The next clan we have is LXST. They are going to be at D tier. Um, because they're really weird. I would say number one, from the times I've talked to other people, like they've threatened to boot people offline. I actually experienced it myself. They threatened to hit me offline a lot. They spread fake rumors. They are very just weird. The clan leader's kind of okay, the clan leader, he's definitely on the spectrum. I think he's autistic. I'm not making fun of him. I think he's autistic or something. And he doesn't really know what he's doing. And also, a lot of his clan members don't even have mics. I mean, some of them do. I met like two of them or three of them that do, but most of them don't even have mics, and they just text and chats. And they're like random people, like barely even seen in a community ever. I don't know. LXST is, and they're really obsessed with like Wolf Legion. So LXST will be at D tier, and I don't really know about them too much when it comes to like doing clan events. I never really heard them ever doing raids with people. So yeah, from my experiences and from the things I've heard, the things I've seen, I think they're going at D tier. The next clan on this list is Fotis. I will be putting Fotis at S tier. The reason why Fotis is going to be at S tier is because they've started at 1998. They're a very old clan, and they are alive to this day. They have like one of the greatest forgers I've ever seen. Like, I'm not even kidding. Um the leader of Fotis actually built a map called, Sword Base, like the remake of it from Halo Reach into Halo Infinite, and he's trying to get it onto Halo Infinite's matchmaking, community collection thing. Um, yes, and they have a lot of subscribers. They have 42,000 subscribers on YouTube. I think 42 or 44,000, I don't know, but they do have a lot of subscribers. They have a lot of history, and personally, like, they're thriving. I joined their server. They're thriving as a community. They're not really like the average clan from Halo, I would say. They're more of like a gaming community now, but like I mean that's just my eyes the way I see it, but like they're very active. They're thriving still from 1998. Remember, this is a long time and they're still thriving. And not only that, I don't want to mention, this is kind of a hard topic, but years ago, his son died of leukemia, and the clan community made fun of him for it. They like they made fake rumors, and they hurt him, slandered him. They tried to do everything in their power to cancel him, and he still kept going. But he did with something that I couldn't do as a person. He still decided to stay positive and to not stoop as low as them. And for that, what type of person Fotis is, and um, the time I've known him and how nice that he is to people, even after everything that he's been put through in this community, he's overcame everything and he built one of the longest clans to ever stand. So for that reason alone, Fotis deserves to be at S tier. The next clan on this list is Navspec War, and they will be going at C tier. The reason why they'll be going at C tier is because of their ego, and I'll explain. So Navspec War, Joshua's, cause like listen, before I start this, there's like a lot of Navspec Wars, but there's Joshua's. I think from what I've been reading and seeing and stuff, it seems like his is the original. So Joshua's Navsec War is one of the first UNSC clans that ever exist. Like, they're literally the number one. They never no other UNSC existed until his, right? But they always had this like mentality that they're better than all these other clans, UNSC clans, because of them being the first clan. But besides them being the first UNSC clan, I've never really seen them like, I mean, yeah, they have YouTubes, they've done raids against clans, but they never were like one of the top clans in the community ever. And not only that, they're because like look at Fotis for instance. Fotis, as much as like he's been through and stuff like that, he's still very humble from being on you know what I mean, from being one of the first clans. However, Joshua brags about it too much and he uses it as like, oh, I'm one of the top clans, I'm better than you. So I don't know. For me, they besides them being like one of the first UNSC clans, they're not really much different than any other UNSC clan. And see, if they weren't egotistical like that, I would put them at B tier. But because of their ego, I'm putting them at C tier. So Navspec War is going to be at C tier. The next clan will be very shocking, but it's House of Cards. And I would have to put them at A tier. And I know you guys are sitting here surprised, like, whoa, what the fuck? Why would you put him at A tier after all the shit he said about you? Either it's real or fake, Like, because some of the shit some of the shit he's posted about me is definitely not true. But, like, overall, me and him, we do have a, what is it? like history with each other. We done shit to each other. I done shit to him. He's done shit to me. We've had beef, whatever. But remember, this video is not biased. This is what I'm talking about, guys. I'm literally putting a clan that that has done nothing but shit talk me or say this or that, whatever, at an A tier. That's how you know this video is not biased. So I know you're sitting here wondering, why would I put them at A tier? The reason why I put them at A tier is because their creativity. They are like one of the most creative clans I've ever seen. Number one, like House of Cards, like Forge, like on Halo Reach at least. I don't know about Halo Infinite, but on Halo Reach are very great. Like I don't think Wolf Legion will ever get to that type of Forge unless we get forges like that. I don't think we'll ever Forge as good. House of Cards has great Forge maps. Anyone that says otherwise, they're retarded. Let's go into the details about the creativity on their YouTube content. Very creative. Like you don't ever see clans like posting some of the shit they post. Overall, even the clan, the way it's built is creative. Like you don't really see many clans built like HOC. So for creativity and for like forging and stuff, that's why I'm giving them A tier. However, when it comes to raids, I'm not like the raid bases are amazing. They look amazing, everything, right? But like, and they probably some of them are probably raid legal, but raid legal doesn't particularly mean fun. You know what I'm trying to say? Um, so in my personal opinion, this is my opinion on this one. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people have the same opinion. They forge great, whatever. Just I would never really raid their bases because of how hard it looks. Like honestly, I wouldn't do it. And it just wouldn't be fun in my opinion. Like I like to have bases that, the attackers have at least a slight chance. His bases, like they barely have any chances at all. And I've never really seen them actually schedule an actual raid against a clan. But again, the creativity in the forging when it comes to HOC, that's what makes them such a A tier because there's really not going to be another clan like the House of Cards. Um, so yeah, and like I said, I was alliance with them, and remember we've had beef, everything else, but I'm being completely non-biased. So yes, House of Cards is A tier. The next clan is Brotherhood of Steel, which is led by Hoodie Master, because there's a lot of Brotherhood of Steel clans. So first off, the name itself, it's very common. Um, I'm gonna have to put them at D tier because number one, they're not creative at all. Number two, they're kind of like a copycat version of House of Cards, in my opinion. Um, so first off, he actively makes fun of people for not showing their face, right? But not in once in any of, and he calls them faceless nobodies, right? And then he makes fun of me or whatever, right? But not once in his videos does he ever show his face or anything like that. I feel like he blindly rides House of Cards, which it's not a bad thing to be, to have your friends back. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not my issue. It's just like it feels like he just mimics what Tom says, and like I don't know. I feel like the reason why I'm putting him at D tier, I just feel like they're literally a copycat of House of Cards or a wannabe copycat of House of Cards. They copy House of Cards. I don't really see anything unique about them at all. Also, like they don't like whenever he raids socials, I guess, right? It's only by himself. He doesn't really have a clan. Like maybe this Neon guy or whatever. I think his name is Neon or something. But that's literally about it. Like I don't ever see him with other people raiding lobbies. Like honestly, I think the clan is just him and one other person. Like maybe two other people. Like it's not even really a clan. But and then if you kick him, he says raid win or whatever, and then I don't know. I don't really see him as a clan really. But if I'm really gonna look at them as a clan in that perspective, they're going to go at D tier. Not only that, right? Like they you kick him out and he says raid win, but it's just him. Like I would understand if it was a whole bunch of clans, like I don't know, 6 members from a clan join a lobby all at once and then you kick them. That would be like a raid win in my opinion, right? But like it's just him joining, causing issues, being a nuisance, and then you kick him and then he says raid win and then puts it on his fucking stupid website. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't really see him as a clan because of that. Because he's not once showed his members in any way or anything like that. Like you can look on my tab right now, and you can see Wolf Legion has a lot of like members. Or at least not maybe not a lot, but a decent amount, enough to do a raid. I don't know, but yeah, they're going at D tier. The next clan will be my clan, the Wolf Legion, and I would put us at a A tier. I know. Oh my God. You thought I was gonna put myself at an S tier? No. I don't think we would ever be an S tier clan. And you'll see why, once you see the S tier clans. But I would say Wolf Legion deserves to be at A tier. Remember, think about where we started at. We started from everyone hating on us, this and that, whatever. And then instead of giving up, I grew my channel and I grew my clan and I benefited it from that. And overall, like it was one of the best decisions I ever did. Like I didn't let the negativity hold me down. I continued to build my channel. And then now my channel is I'm not saying we're the biggest, obviously. We're one of the biggest Halo clan channels. And we're doing good by exposing clan predators in the clan community. Well, we were until, like I said, I stopped exposing clan predators. So you can look at my last video to see why. But we exposed clan predators. I used my content for good purposes, even though the things that people posted about me were for bad purposes. Halo 5 was the prime of Wolf Legion. We were one of the strongest clans in that game. We fucked over everybody on the game. We were huge. We had around like 90 to 100. Our biggest was 120 members. But overall, we stayed around 90, 80, and even to 70 members. But we were pretty big. We were pretty big. And we did a whole bunch of raids. We stomped people. We had a whole bunch of comp players. We had champs ones and everything. But that was the prime of our clan, and that's when we really started to get really well known and big. And like I said, Halo 5 was probably one of the best like times for Wolf Legion in my opinion, and that's what made Wolf Legion like super big. And like at one point we were stomping everyone. We were fucking everyone over. But like the reason why I don't think I deserve to be at an S tier is because we didn't keep that. We didn't keep all of our comp players. We became more of a laid back clan. I don't know. I guess I just stopped caring, and then as I do now, I just stopped caring about being one of the top clans. See, back then, all I cared about was being a top clan, top clan, top clan. And then around MCC, I still wanted to, but I just didn't have the drive as much as I used to do it. So that's why I think we don't deserve to be at an S tier. And I don't really view us as this, but the clan community views us as villains. Like we're one of like the best villains in the clan community. I mean, obviously, again, it's honestly perspective. In my perspective, I think Wolf Legion are the good guys, but the rest of the clan community, we're the bad guys. So it's always to every clan has a role, and to every story, there's a villain, right? And I guess I'm that person. I'm that guy. Wolf Legion's that clan, and that's fine. I don't really care, but admit it, it's good to have a clan to always want to fight. You know what I mean? Because it keeps the community active. One thing that makes our clan really great is the fact that we keep the clan community active. We honestly, in a way, we carry the clan community. And not only that, like we carried it in our own way. I'm not like all these other people, like they rely on the IO7 server or the Citadel server, to make their clan known. I can make my clan known on Discord and on YouTube. I have either or. I go my own lane. I don't go anyone's lane but my own. That's how Wolf Legion is. We just do our own thing. And it's up to you guys to watch or not, or to, do whatever. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I think Wolf Legion is one of the best clans. It's because and again, this comes with uniqueness. We're unique. We're different. So yes, Wolf Legion will be at A tier. And I know you guys are shocked, like, oh my god, you had to put yourself at S tier? Yeah, my ego's not that big, honestly. Like, I know my place when it comes to where our clan's at. We're definitely an A tier clan. The next clan I'm going to be mentioning is Gold Pack. Gold Pack will be at B tier. The reason why I'm putting Gold Pack at B tier is because of his ego. See, Gold Pack is honestly the biggest wolf. I will say it, they're the biggest wolf clan that I've ever seen on Halo. And before I made Wolf Legion, I did join Gold Pack, and I joined a whole bunch of clans. I was in DGA, obviously. I think I was in the Golden Nations before, and I was in a Demon X clan from Assassination Tower. Like I joined a lot of clans, but I was also in Gold Pack. The issue with Goldpack is it was just quantity over quality. He cared too much about the numbers more than the quality of the members. He cared more about the power more than like bonding with the members and the needs of his clan. And that's the downfall of Goldpack. They like let me tell you something. If Goldpack if Marshall like as a leader cared more for his clan more for his clan than he did, and treated his members better cuz like almost every former Goldpack member literally hates Marshall because of his decisions. With my clan, I mean, there might be some people obviously that don't like me, but like my clan, there's people in our clan that's been here for like 7 years, and I'm still close with them. Hell, I've even shared my name with them. I sent them money before. Like what I'm saying is I'm really close with my members, right? Like, but with his. Like I'm not saying you guys to be close with your members, obviously, but you get what I'm trying to say. With him, he cared too much of the quantity more than the quality, and that was the downfall of each clan, each Gold Pack clan he's made. Let me tell you something. Gold Pack is one of the. I think they are the greatest villain of the clan community. They are and not only that, they're more of a punching bag, honestly. Like when Wolf Legion was at his prime, this is when Gold Pack and Wolf Legion at his prime. Like Wolf Legion, we've stomped them. You can even look at my other playlists on my YouTube. We stomped the living hell out of them. And believe it or not, Marshall was the reason why, like, I wanted to start pushing my clan to be competitive and to grow my clan or whatever. Because he joined my social. It was the first time I moved to Halo 5. He joined my social and was like, your clan will never get anywhere. It'll never get big. You'll never be as big as Goldpack. Goldpack will outlive you, as usual. Which is kind of ironic now because Goldpack's dead and Wolf Legion's here, right? And we're still good. Um, he was the reason why that I wanted to like, that really pushed me. You know what I mean? Like that pushed me to want to like start, my YouTube channel, faced him, whatever. That's when I started to, if you look on my playlist, that's when I started to go against him and stuff like that, recruiting people, whatever, this and that. That's when I started pushing my clan and getting the popularity up, using that's the thing. I used the negativity to benefit myself and my clan and my members. And that is a great example on how egotistical Marshall is. And his ego, listen, this is why they will be at B tier. Goldpack is one of the greatest villains the clan community has seen so far. You know what I mean? Like, they're one of the greatest. But because of the fact of Marshall's ego, he just didn't do it the right way. His ego killed his clan because see, it's one thing to be a dick to people outside the clans, right? Like I do. But it's another to treat your members absolutely horrible to the point where people that have been loyal to you for 6 years leave your side or some bullshit like that. And that should say something. So for that reason only, like I said, I think of Goldpack as a clan that had more potential than it did. If it had a different leader at the time, Goldpack would have definitely been like an A tier clan in my opinion. So for that reason, Goldpack will be at a B tier. The next clan will be Mercenaries Above War. I'll be putting them at B tier. The reason why, like before anything, I'm alliance with them. And I've known Iceman for a while. The reason why I'm putting them at B tier is because, I mean, that's still a really good tier. The reason why I'm putting them there is because they're a very old clan. They've been up for 12 years and they still thrive very well. And the thing is, they don't depend on, because like a lot of the clans, like Valor or whatever, this and that, like they depend on Discord, like the Citadel or the IO7. They literally depend on it. But the Mercenaries Above War, like they do their own thing. They're kind of like Wolf Legion in a way. They have their own YouTube. They have decent editing. I will say they have better editing than mine, honestly. Iceman has way better editing than mine. They're very old school clan, and they have a decent amount of members, and they're, from the time I've last spoken to Iceman Valor, they're still pretty active. So overall, yeah, his clan's still thriving after like 12 years or 11 or 10 years, one of those two. That's still a long time. So that's definitely B tier material. And the fact that he doesn't ride the wave of other people, he does his own thing, and that's respectable as hell. Because, like, again, this is, I'm really, like, one thing about me when I, like, view clans is the uniqueness of clans. them doing their own thing and the way they do shit. Like if they're very unique, it's very impressive whether I like them or not. So yes, Mercenaries Above War will be at a B tier. The next clan on this list is Valor. They will be at a A tier. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't like them at all. I really don't, and I'll explain. The reason why I don't like them is because for them to get to an A tier, they had to screw people over to get to where they are. So around Halo 5, I used to have like a lot of comp players, like champions or whatever, this and that. And they went around like we were at war with Valor, but their old clan was called GRA. And we were like stomping them, right, or whatever. And I'm telling you right now, they made a video, trying to create. They're the first clan that ever called me like a, I don't know, like a pedophile or whatever. And I think I was like 17 or 18 at the time. Like, come on, bruh. Like, I just turned 17 or 18. Like, I mean, they did that, and then, they spread a rumor around. And, that rumor kind of made me lose members, and then they kind of screwed me over at the end. That's when it really all started, the rumors and stuff. And, like, again, they're A tier because of their skill. Like, they have a lot of players. Like, a lot of my players that I had are in Valor now. Again, like they have a lot of good players. They're chill. Like some of them are chill, some of them can be chill, but majority of them are very toxic. But that's because of their egos, because of being in Valor. I guess when you're in a really competitive clan that takes Halo way too serious, I guess that's when you kind of get an ego. And they're also their political gain in the community. Like the way I look at it is like again, they did screw over people like myself to get to where they are. However, they, I mean, they run, like, when it comes to the clan community servers, they run it. Like, there's a lot of people on moderating staff or whatever, this and that. Like, they run the community servers. So they basically, in a way, run the community, at least on Discord. And yeah, it kind of, like I said, it kind of sucks because again, this is like more of a personal grudge I have them because they're the reason why like rumors were a whole bunch of rumors were spread about me. They did make a video after the war ended. They made a video saying that it was all false or whatever. But I mean, the damage was already done. Like 1,000 people saw it, and only like 700 saw the other video. But like, again, I don't like Valor because of how they got to an A tier. However, they basically run the community servers on Discord, and they have a really good players, and they have a decent reputation. So yeah, they deserve to be at an A tier, and they're very skilled. Another thing is they've always kept themselves on the top tier list. You know what I mean? Like they've always had good players. It's not like we're a Wolf Legion, right? Like Wolf Legion, we had a whole bunch of comp players, but then, we kind of just stopped, the comp scene. But they continue to keep going with it, and they were able to uphold their title of being one of the top 10 best clans, or whatever. So, I would say Valor deserves to be at A tier. The last clans I'm gonna be mentioning two that are going to be mentioned is Sentinel and Navcom, which is Naval Command. They are going to S tier. And I know you guys are sitting here like, what the fuck? I hate Navcom or whatever. Well, Navcom is one of the oldest. They're not as old as Naspec War, but they're definitely close, very close. They're one of the most oldest UNSC clans, like, to ever exist, and they still stay as one of the top 10, like, best clans for years on end. And, like, and they participated in one of the most known community wars that's ever happened in the clan community, which is Sentinel versus Navcom. I forgot who won or who lost. I think no. I think it was Sentinel that lost, but let's forget about that. But overall, Navcom has brung so much history. Even the meme, Navcom raid win, Navcom raid win. You guys know what I'm talking about? They brung a lot of history to the clan community. That you probably, we're never going to see again, probably. But that's why I would definitely put them at an S tier because of their history, the fact that they're able to stay on top, and they're able to stay relevant, like for that long, like that relevant, like to where they're one of the top clans on Discord and in the community, right? They're able to stay that relevant, and then they create the best memes, and they've taken over crazy back in OG Reach. They've taken over crazy bases, and you know what I mean. Yes, they were toxic at times. Yeah, I ain't gonna deny that. Like I said, these are clans. Sentinel and Navcom, I'm not really a big fan of. Navcom, I really don't like. Sentinel, I somewhat am okay with, but I really don't like Navcom. But yeah, I gotta give it when it comes to the unique. I wouldn't say uniqueness is the word, but they're original. They're like when I think of a UNSC clan, I think of NAFCOM. You know, when you think of NAFCOM Raidwin, you just think of them, you know, because it says NAFCOM in it. But yeah, because of how old they are and for the fact that they participated in one of the most longest community wars, which was like, Sentinel versus Navcom, which you know what I mean. That was a huge thing back in Halo 5. The fact that they've made so much history and was able to stay relevant, they deserve to be on an S tier, whether about the way I feel about them or not. Now, Sentinel. Why did I put them there? Well, Sentinel was one of the most like I don't know, like every clan. I have not really besides Nafcom was the only clan to step up to them. First off, Sentinel literally got the whole UNSC community to alliance to go against them because Sentinel was an insurrectionist clan. At least at first, I think they turned military, but like at first, they were an insurrectionist clan, and they had a whole bunch of crazy ass comp players, probably even pro players too, in their clan, and they just fucking like destroyed everyone. They literally were able to bring the whole entire UNSC community together just to go after them. They were a menace. They were. Let me tell you something right now. They were toxic as hell from the times I've known them, right? But they were a fucking menace. Everyone didn't want beef with fucking Sentinel, you know? Like, whenever I saw a clan, when the Sentinel declared war on a clan, the clan usually, like, you can just tell, like, oh, yeah, we know we're gonna get wiped. Because you probably are. And the Sentinel, like, again, Sentinel was able to, if Sentinel was able to bring a whole community that absolutely fights, like, remember, the UNSC community, they fight against each other all the time. They're never able to get along. But if they're, the fact that they were able to get an entire community of like idiots that hate each other to work together to take them down is a really big achievement. And again, they led one of the most long, interesting wars I've ever seen in Halo Clan. And it was to the point where like the it was honestly it was to a point where like it didn't even matter if they won or lose, like because the whole point of the war was to see like was to take down Navcom. I think that's what it was. At the end of the day, I think Sentinel obviously died first before Navcom. Navcom is still here. But because of that and the fame they got, their editing, even their YouTube editing is on point. Like it's on fucking point. Yeah. Uh it's great. It's great. Your YouTube editing, great. Popularity they got was great. They ran the community for a while. They've had multiple clans declare war on them. They still stood. They beat everybody. Like yeah. So yeah, that's why I think Sentinel deserves to be at an S tier because of again the type of history they put. Like I don't see another clan doing what Sentinel or Navcom's done when it comes to bringing like legitimate history like that to the clan community. Like, like a long war like that of like 60 or 70 fucking raids and 4v4s or whatever. Like, you're like, I don't think like the hype that the Sentinel and NAVCOM war gave, like, I just don't think that will ever happen again. And I know some of you might disagree, but in my opinion, I do view Halo 5 as another golden age. To me, it's like a golden age 2.0. So yeah, I guess that's all the clans. This is and I know people are going to take screenshots, but this is the final product of everything. If you guys want to screenshot it, send it around. This is the tier list that I've made. So yes, I try to be as non-biased as I could. There's obviously more clans I could have put on, like the NRI, like I should have put them there, but I didn't because they're not really that relevant anymore, but if I did, they would be at D tier. Just like a lot of most other clans. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe and like, I don't know. Have a nice day.